desire ignites passion and creativity. Free your imagination with the slim, sleek, and beautiful new Huawei P8.
Destroy you. You do not yet realize your importance. Join me, and we shall rule as father and son.
I'll never join you. I'll never bow to the Iron Throne. My name is Jon Snow. All I have ever been to you is the bastard of Winterfell.
Well, here we are. We are at the headquarters of Showmax in Randburg. It's South Africa's latest streaming service that has been launched, and it's very exciting with a great series of titles, movies, series, you name them. And it's really exciting today, Toby. I mean, this is a landmark announcement.
It is indeed. In fact, so landmark that they asked Aki and I to dress up as our favorite characters. Star Wars for me, obviously, Game of Thrones for him. And here we are at this very clever launch, showing just the kinds of things that Showmax will be able to do. Let's take a look at what we saw.
Get ready to experience the most epic collection, the greatest online content ever.
This is not the end. It's just the beginning.
This is Showmax.
Why is Showmax launching in South Africa? Why now?
Well, we think we're at the cusp of a broadband explosion in South Africa. We see that when people do that, they start changing their behavior about what they're watching and how they watch it. We think Showmax is an amazing offer that actually talks to these people, and I think with the explosion and as it grows, we think there's a beautiful business opportunity to actually offer a new service to South Africans.
Now tell us about the titles and the content, because obviously content is the most important part of this kind of service. What kind of content will be available?
We have a very, very broad content selection of over 11,000 hours, Aki. If you start watching it today and you watch 24 hours a day, you'll only stop in November next year, 2016. In that content selection, we've got over 19,000 episodes of TV series, 750 titles of TV series, over 400 movies on the platform, kids content, documentaries, a very broad selection. So we've selected content from the best Hollywood studios, the best British content available, as well as amazing, deep local content, which we think is super important for the South African audience.
Who is that?
This is Vader.
Do you know who I am? John, the obvious question people are going to ask is Naspers is afraid of Netflix coming, and this is what's your response. But actually, this has been a lot longer in development.
Yeah, Toby, this kind of a product you can't just quickly pull out of a bag. There's a huge amount of time spent thinking about the content, buying the content, packaging it together, building the technology out, etc. So this is not a reaction to anything in the market. This is a new segment that we want to actually offer as a product and a business to take advantage of the broadband explosion in the country. And now is the right time to launch.
And is it true that it's so easy to use, even Aki and Joe Snow can use it?
It is.
Careful what you're saying.
Aki is a genius and can use any product anytime he wants.
Showmax looks really impressive. They've got an impressive array of content to launch with, and I certainly hope that a South African company, or at least a company that comes out of South Africa that's now moved to Dubai, will be able to be a valid competitor for a player like Netflix.
Certainly going to give it a try and play around with it. It seems to have quite a wide range of particularly TV series. And yeah, as I say, I think it's going to be a worthy competitor to the international players.
Absolutely amazing. So everyone must sign up. I've already signed up. Awesome. Can't wait.
What about yourself?
Get the app. Amazing.
I think it's awesome. I think people who don't watch sports, this is really something that they've been really waiting for. Why pay for all that airtime and data and all that nonsense that we're never ever going to touch? So now I've got some choices. 99 bucks. It's a good deal to me.
At last, we can answer the eternal geek question. What phone does Darth Vader use?
Well, it's certainly been a very, very exciting launch. I don't know about you, Toby, but I mean, what a lineup, and this is all about content, and they've got great content available.
Indeed, this is a pretty significant event in terms of broadcasting, not just in South Africa but in the world. As you'll see, Netflix may have a dominant market share, significantly dominant market share, but it's in the developed world, and we all know that in every sector, from mobile phones to iPads, everybody is looking to the developing, emerging markets for growth. And this is where Naspers is particularly strong. They have their history with multi-choice and broadcasting. This is a separate division, but it is infinitely more significant.
And clearly they understand that the market is changing, that people are consuming media in different ways, and at 99 Rand a month to have this kind of access to this kind of content is really interesting. It's going to, the service itself is really easy to use. You can download an app, you can stream it from your phone via Apple TV as well, and essentially it picks up your broadband connection and what you have. And if you've got a 2 meg line, for example, it will work pretty well. So typically, if you're streaming a movie in high definition, it's going to use up about 1 gig of your data, and that's about a 2-hour show roughly on your TV, and it streams it quite consistently. It watches what kind of connection you have, and it'll send the quality of that video stream accordingly.